Welcome to Cozy Conversations with Chris Cartel. I want to talk to you guys. First off, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you can be notified anytime we drop more intellectual properties. I want to briefly just talk to you guys about this toxic, instead of toxic masculinity or male toxicity or toxic masculinity, I want to talk to you briefly about toxic females or toxic femininity. You say toxic femininity, what is that? Well, let me give you a few pointers on what toxic femininity is about or how you can recognize it. Anytime a woman wants or thinks that she could do whatever a man can do or anything that a man can do, that's toxic femininity. Anytime you have a woman, guys, that wants to know where you're at all times, or every time she calls you, you can be done just left the house, or you can be gone for 30 minutes to an hour, and you can actually have told her where you're going, and she calls you and asks you where you at, what are you doing? It's toxic femininity. Anytime your girl anytime your girl has an issue with you or she becomes upset when she calls you and you don't answer her phone call the first time that she calls you, that's toxic femininity. Anytime your girl has an issue with you going out, just kicking it, you may be going out kicking it with your boys for a night, and she has an issue with that, and especially if you're not doing it frequently or often, that's toxic femininity. Anytime you're out with your girl and another woman looks at you, or another woman walks past you and you just happen to notice another woman and she goes off on the deep end or she blows the fuse, that's toxic femininity. That's toxic. Anytime you have a woman that says that she doesn't need a man, that's toxic femininity. Anytime you have a woman claiming that she's so independent that she doesn't need a man, or she can do everything by herself, or she can handle her own business, or she just don't really need a man for anything, that's toxic femininity. Stay away from these kind of women. They're worse than snake bites. They're worse than spider bites. Yeah, that's toxic femininity. Anytime your woman wants to go through your phone and check your phone, that's toxic femininity. You are involved in some kind of toxic relationship. Anytime your woman has a problem or an issue with how you dress when you leave the house, because you may have on a little drip, or you may be dressed very nice, and she takes issue with that, that's toxic femininity. Anytime your woman has an issue with you putting on cologne and smelling good and looking good and, cleaning up, no matter where you're going, and she questions that, that's toxic femininity. This is just the tip of the iceberg of toxic femininity or toxic females. With that, comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be notified. Send me some issues, send me some topics, send me some subjects that we can address. But I hope you enjoyed this brief conversation, this cozy conversation with Chris Cartel.